keeping them honest with politics, specifically the brand of it which runs on falsehoods and fear and, frankly, racism. The latest example, Louisiana Republican Congressman Clay Higgins, this guy. Now, he doesn't have much of a record of accomplishment in the House, but today he certainly got noticed. This is what he posted on social media. Quoting the congressman now, LOL, these Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters. But damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of our country before January 20th. So a couple things to unpack here. Vudu, by the way, is a streaming service that's owned by Fandango. He obviously meant the religion voodoo, but just knows nothing about it. More importantly, he is slurring an entire country and everyone from that country, men, women, and children, people who are in this country legally and Americans of Haitian descent. He seems particularly riled up that a Haitian-American organization would have the temerity to have taken legal action. Damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, he tweeted. Well, late today, he took down that tweet, and House Speaker Johnson said that Higgins regrets the post.
He was approached on the floor by colleagues who said that was offensive. He went to the back. I just talked to him about it. He said he went to the back and he prayed about it and he regretted it and he pulled the post down. That's what you want a gentleman to do. I'm sure he probably regrets some of the language he used, but, we move forward. We believe in redemption around here.
Yeah, he went to the back and he prayed real hard about it and he regrets it. Nevertheless, House Democrats brought a motion to censure the congressman, which drew this objection from Majority Leader Steve Scalise.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Louisiana seek recognition?
First of all, the tweet has been deleted already and removed, but I object
to
the motion. And if we want to go through every comment and tweet from the other side, we'll be happy to do it.
Gentleman has not been recognized.
The censure motion has been pushed back until after the election. Now, Clay Higgins' language might surprise you, but it's not difficult to figure out the source of his inspiration about Haitians eating their pets.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Of course, no evidence of that has been debunked. But again, these are not original ideas Congressman Higgins is coming up with. Like when he said they better get their asses out of the country, we all know where that came from, too.
Do you think Springfield will ever be the same? I don't think. The fact is, and I'll say it now, you have to get them the hell out. You have to get them out. I'm sorry. To get them out. Can't have it. Can't have it. They've destroyed it.
Now, before Congressman Higgins was in Congress, he was in local law enforcement in Louisiana. That's right. He had the power to arrest people. And if you read up on him, you'll see he has something of a track record on outrageous statements and other things. As the co-founder of Harvard University's Nieman Media Lab discovered, the congressman is cited in a newspaper article in the Bayou Brief back in 1992 when he was voting for former KKK Grand Wizard David Duke to be the governor of Louisiana. Now, back then, there were a lot of people who said they just didn't believe that Duke was the racist he was, being made out to be in the liberal media, and they were going to vote for him. But apparently not Clay Higgins. He knew full well and voted for him anyway. He told a reporter, quote, regardless of the fact that David's a homeboy and all that, the boy's a Nazi, and that's a real problem. And then the reporter noted that Mr. Higgins voted for Mr. Duke anyway in the governor's race. Joining us now is Congressman Stephen Horsford, Democrat of Nevada and chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. Congressman, thanks for being with us. When you read this post from the congressman, what was your initial reaction?
Anderson, thank you for having me on. When I read it, I thought of the Haitian immigrants, Americans all throughout this country, those in Springfield and in my district in Nevada and all across the country who are living today in fear, who feel harassed, who feel singled out and targeted by the former president, Donald Trump, by Senator J.D. Vance, by Representative Higgins. And it's this type of racist intolerance, this divisive rhetoric that must stop. It's why I have filed a resolution to censure Representative Higgins. It's time to turn the page as the Vice President Kamala Harris has said, against this divisiveness that pits one group of Americans against another.
Congressman Higgins has told CNN that he stood by his comments, adding, quote, "It's all true. I can put up another controversial post tomorrow if you want me to. I mean, we do have freedom of speech. I'll say what I want." He also said, quote, "It's not a big deal to me. It's like something stuck to the bottom of my boot. Just scrape it off and move on with my life." Speaker Johnson claims he prayed about it and regretted it and took it down. Maybe he had another talk with Jesus and decided he's standing by it. Do the censure motion, that's now off the table till after the election? I mean, is that kind of finished?
No, it's not. And it's not about the next election. It's about the fact that this type of divisive, racially charged, hateful rhetoric needs to stop right now. There are children who are Haitian immigrants, who are Haitian Americans, who do not feel safe going to school because they are targeted right now. My colleagues, Representative Sheila Sherfilis McCormick and Frederica Wilson and Ayanna Pressley and Maxwell Frost, who are members of the Haitian Caucus, joined with the Congressional Black Caucus and other members just earlier this week to push back on J.D. Vance and these made-up stories. That it's not even true what they're saying. And it's time for this to end. But guess what? It's this type of divisiveness that is actually tearing our country apart.
I understand that according to sources who witnessed the interaction, you and Congressman Higgins had a heated exchange on the House floor. Can you say what did he tell you when you talked to him?
Well, I was supporting my colleagues who were trying to compel him to understand how his words are affecting the lives of actual people today. People who contribute to our communities, who are entrepreneurs, who are nurses and doctors, people who don't deserve to be targeted. Let's just start with that. They didn't do anything wrong. And I asked him specifically to remove his post. And he's like, "I'm going to pray about it." What do you need to pray about? Just do what is right and stop this hateful rhetoric that is causing people to feel targeted. He told me no. And that is when I said, if you refuse, I will take this to the floor. We will move for a resolution to censure you. And that is exactly what we did. And sadly, the Republican leadership were more focused about silencing me than holding him accountable. And he used his official platform, the property of the House of Representatives. He probably thought he was posting on Truth Social, but in fact, he told everyone exactly what it is he believes. We are going to follow through on this. It is not about the next election. It is about everyday people in America feeling targeted. Today, it's the Haitians. Who will it be tomorrow? Will it be you?
Well, what's interesting about this is, I mean, he in the statement to CNN, he certainly seems sort of proud of this, or his bluster, which is he's made a career of it when he was in law enforcement. He's sort of, being the tough-talking sheriff guy, despite kind of moving around a lot from different departments. But this is just, there's a long history of this in this country and in many countries of demonizing immigrants, it was Irish, it was Italians, in the early days of mass immigration to the United States. There have been people like this throughout our history who have, said exactly these same things. It's remarkable that, that this continues, that in this day and age, and I guess it continues because it works. It works to demonize a group like Haitians. Clearly, Donald Trump thinks it works. J.D. Vance thinks it works because that's why they're continuing to do it. And this guy thinks it works too.
Well, the majority of Americans are ready to turn the page against this. The Vice President Kamala Harris has said it time and again. We're tired of people dividing us, targeting one community and pitting them against another. We want to build up our communities, not tear them apart. And I know Haitian immigrants, I know Haitian Americans in my home state of Nevada and people all across this country who are here. They've been vetted. They've gone through a legal process to be here. It's comprehensive. They have children who are trying to attend school. They are nurses and teachers and first responders in our community. It is this type of racist, hateful, intolerant rhetoric that must end, whether it is against Haitian immigrants or anyone else. We should be against all forms of hate. And what is so astounding to me is that Republicans in Congress just don't get it. We're over them, and we're ready to turn the page and move our country forward towards one that represents a multiracial, multi-generational society that reflects all of us and the contributions that we make.